I'm here at the Titan Aircraft Factory in Austinburg, Ohio. I've had a few requests for people to talk about the factory and to do just a quick walkthrough. I had the opportunity when I first was looking at purchasing a Titan T51 Mustang to come to the factory to meet John Williams, the owner, and to also just to do a factory tour and look at some aircraft. And not everybody has that opportunity or ability, and so I figured I'd take a few minutes and do a walkthrough of the factory for those who won't have the opportunity, but who may be interested in a Titan T51 Mustang or a Titan Tornado. This is the entryway for Titan aircraft, properly adorned with plenty of Mustang and other aircraft memorabilia. So general work area, conference area, and office space for the staff are back on this side of the building. And then we enter the actual factory floor. So John, over here to the left is the break room. John also has done conferences here. A year ago he did the Rusty Pilot Seminar, and I believe he's doing the same thing this upcoming 2024 with a Rusty Pilot Seminar that will be done here at the factory, sponsored by Titan Aircraft. This facility used to house Future Controls as well as Titan Aircraft, and so some of the areas are empty now because John no longer has Future Controls in the facility. There are several Mustangs that are in the build process. These are either quick build aircraft that the customers purchased and Titan is doing the quick build on, or they are aircraft that were purchased, requested that Titan assist with the build with a builder assist. And those are all things that as you go through the purchase process, as you purchase your kit or start building it, John is happy to work out the details of doing a builder assist or the quick build. So these are a couple of Mustangs are in that process. In the orange Mustang over there is a Stewart Mustang, and is used as a model and for mocking things up on. As we move through the factory on the south side of the building, that is kit number 235. That's my fuselage section that is waiting for the quick build option to be completed. This section here on the right is, these are all center sections for the Mustang that are being completed and are being prepped to be shipped out to the customers that have purchased them. This area right here is the factory section where the center sections are built. So this is the jig that the center sections are framed up on and then put together by one of the factory workers. Over here on the left, or the south side, are two different areas. One part of this cinder block area is for fiberglass. This is where John's crew works on the fiberglass molds for the belly as well as the cowling of the T51 and other projects that are being worked on. This side over here is where the paint booth is, where John's painter, who does a fantastic job, is working on. Here's the roll-up door on the paint shop that opens up so that larger projects like the fuselage of this Tornado can be rolled in and painted. This area of the shop is designated for the construction of flight controls. The rudders, elevators, horizontal stabilizer are all created here on the jigs. You can see a stack of what appears to be rudders or ailerons that are being worked on for customers. Behind me, in this section that we passed by, are styrofoam blocks. The styrofoam blocks are used to make specifically for the Mustang and Tornado wings the leading edge. So they use a guide on both sides of a styrofoam block. They use a heated wire cutter, and that is how the leading edge styrofoam is cut. Once that is cut, It leaves a blank, which actually works really well for holding your wings. And if we step over this direction, you'll actually see my wings. You'll see that that styrofoam cutout that was used for the leading edge of my wings is actually a great cradle to hold the wings while they're being stored and not worked on. The spars for the wings are also created here. Once they've been, the styrofoam has been cut, they'll be bonded to the aluminum in this jig that holds everything together while the glue cures, and then the spars with the leading edge attached can be sent out. A couple of more aircraft that are being worked on, either quick builds or customer builds. A quick build will come to you pretty much almost looking like this. One side will be completely skinned. This is a fiberglass cowling that is in development. Underneath you can see the metal frame that the fiberglass will bolt to, and then the engine on the hang underneath is there for a mock-up. This area has a couple of airplanes in it that are being worked on. Here you can see a center section with the wings attached that are for this aircraft they're being worked on. A couple of auxiliary fuel tanks are being installed. The center section is taken off, so when the customer receives the center section, the skins will all be riveted in place with aluminum rivets that need to be drilled out. The skins will be removed, and then the customer will install the fuel tanks and all the controls that go inside. So the rudder controls for the passenger, fuel, and hydraulics will also all be included in there. And so that is a center section, and the fuselage, where that V section is right there, is where the center section will mate and be bolted to the fuselage, and center section will be mated. And this back corner of the shop is the welding area, and this is where the frames get welded and other projects are worked on. As we make our way back up the north edge of the factory, this center section is machine shop. This is where the machining is done with various lathes and machining equipment, as well as electronic CNC machines with various equipment that helps make the custom parts and pieces for the Mustang or the Tornado. There's the props shop area. This is where the props are balanced and checked and verified to make sure that they are within specs before being sent to customers. In the center section are the shelving units that store all of the parts and pieces for the Mustangs and for the Tornadoes. So based on the drawings, if you look at the drawings, these boxes all have the parts and numbers, and so if you call and request a specific part on a drawing that you may need to replace, if you broke it or it was broken or is missing, you locate that drawing number. The workers will come back, find the number, and they will pull that part for you and get it shipped out. The air compressor, which is, in some of my videos you hear it go off, which is very loud, but provides air to the entire shop. And there's a packing area where various parts and pieces can be boxed and packed and secured for shipping. Typically this area has engines in it, which are either older engines being returned or test engines that have been used that are being prepped for shipping. So here there is an LS3 Chevy V8 that is getting ready for packaging and shipping to a customer. There's various boxes with parts and pieces, cables, gearboxes, and other things that go with the engine. It looks like there's 3 engines here that are getting prepped. So one that just was received, and then there's one there that has the harness on top, and this one is also being prepped to be shipped. This is the shipping and receiving area. I've never seen that door there on the left behind all the boxes opened. This door here has an outdoor area that is lower, so semi-trucks can back directly up into it, and larger loads can be loaded with the forklift. There's a scale for weighing parts and pieces. And this door goes out, it's just straight flat out to the parking lot, which allows for taking items in and out and unloading fairly easy that way. The shipping and receiving bench, which when I'm working on my airplane, specifically this Tornado, it becomes kind of my workbench area that I share with the staff while we're doing it. And there's various parts and pieces here in the center section of the shop. All of my tools and equipment. Storage area for various electrical parts and pieces. A couple of restrooms. And then back up here is the future control section, and several fuselages that are powder coated and appear to be getting ready to be shipped out. Here's my wing for the Tornado. It's freshly painted as of a week ago, and I'm super excited. The paint job is fantastic. It's a metallic silver. So that's a general walk around of the Titan aircraft factory. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or to John, and we'd be happy to help you out with any questions you have about the Tornado kit or the Mustang kit. And if you want to set up a factory tour, feel free to reach out to me, and I can coordinate that with the team down here in Austinburg to get you in to look at some Mustangs, Titan T51 Mustangs or Tornadoes, and get a good overview of the process and answer any questions. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you later.